Castagno, but the U.S. has finally scored. Could be Morgan's goal. Wambach was in front, but the U.S. leads.
7:20 here, Big 550 KTRS. I know what I'm doing tonight. I'm going to Menino's. I'm going to do a little barbecue, and then I'm going to watch the U.S. as they take on China in the Women's World Cup. All sorts of controversy going on now. Welcome back to the show. Senior editor at Fusion and writes for SoccerGods.com, Richard Farley. Richard, welcome back to KTRS here in St. Louis.
Hey, how's everything in St. Louis? Thanks for having me.
It's pouring down rain. Good thing the World Cup isn't here in St. Louis. So the big controversy with the U.S. is the experts are telling me that they don't have the offense. What's going on with the offense?
Yeah, controversy meaning unexpected. The United States is known for having this deep and famous forward core, led by Abby Wambach, but also including talents like Alex Morgan and Sydney Leroux, and they have been misfiring all tournament. As to why they're misfiring, there's a lot of speculation. My theory is that they're just a little bit overhyped. Those three players that I just mentioned really have not been performing very well at club level for the last couple of years. Probably more productive players like Kristen Press or FC Kansas City's Amy Rodriguez are not getting the playing time that some people think they deserve. So that's really the tension here. Are those players going to live up to their reputation over the next three matches of the tournament?
A lot of people were shocked when Abby Wambach missed that shot on goal, the penalty kick.
Yeah, I think the big surprise is that she elected to take it with her left foot instead of her natural right foot. And when she was asked about that after the match, she simply explained she'd scored a lot of goals with her right foot, which is a little bit of a curious explanation because at the time that she took the kick, the score was 0-0 early in the second half against Colombia. The U.S. went on to win 2-0, so no big deal. But it was a little bit of a curious decision. It's something that you would do when you're normally up 1 or 2 goals rather than trying to score the opening goal of a match.
All right, also, let's talk about these yellow cards. There are a couple of players not playing tonight. How controversial were those calls?
They were somewhat controversial. I would say the one on Lauren Holiday in particular was controversial. Lauren Holiday is one of the best players in the women's league in the country, plays for the Kansas City club, and is a crucial member of the midfield for the United States. She picked up her second one, along with Megan Rapinoe. Megan Rapinoe's controversial call was a little less controversial, but it's going to be more impactful. She's been the U.S.'s best player in this tournament, and for an attack that is struggling to get goals, she's the one person that really represents the only creative element in the team so far. So without her, head coach Jill Ellis is going to have to figure out a way to create opportunities for the people like Abby Wambach and Alex Morgan.
Okay, now with these two out, does that leave room for some of the next generation, the younger kids, to sort of come up and sort of take center stage?
Absolutely. The youngest player in the squad, Morgan Bryan, she's in her first year out of the University of Virginia playing for a club in Houston. She's going to step into central midfield for Lauren Holiday. And then at wide midfield, Kristen Press, the person that I mentioned, a person that a lot of people believe is the best forward in the pool. She had 4 goals in 3 games in league this year before going to the national team. She's going to come into the team. It's unlikely that she's going to play forward, but getting her in at one of the wide positions is going to give them the potential to replace some of the production they lose with Rapinoe.
Richard, this team is very different from the 1999 women's team, and a lot of the star players there cashed in on very lucrative sponsorship deals. Do you think that'll be the case with this team?
Absolutely. I think we're already seeing a lot of smaller sponsorship deals with this team. If you check these players' Twitter accounts, particularly Alex Morgan, she has a lot of different smaller deals that she's really cashing in on. And to a certain extent, it gets a little bit overwhelming. There are a lot of little things that get thrown at you in that regard. But these are players that really don't make the big dollars that we associate with big-name athletes. So this is their one time every 4 years to cash in.
Our good friend Hope Solo have played masterfully so far and has kept her head down, right?
Absolutely. She has been, as advertised, at least on the field, as advertised, meaning one of the best goalkeepers in the world. And particularly early in this tournament, she really saved the United States a couple of times. She has kept her head down. She's been out of the media. I suspect that's by intention. And so she's been letting her play speak for itself. She has been one of the best goalkeepers in this tournament.
U.S. and China tonight. The U.S. has never lost to China, correct?
It's been 25 years since they've lost to him.
Okay, all right, so it's a pretty good record. All right, That's Richard Farley, senior editor at Fusion. The game tonight, U.S. versus China. Richard, thanks for checking in.
Thank you very much. Enjoy the game.
You got it. 7:25 here, Big 550 KTRS. I've got some breaking news here for you.
Oh, what's that?